Hello there, it's LaWanda, your CPA, coming at you with another video. Before I mention what our topic is today, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, where you will learn practical tips for your financial needs as well as your small business needs. Today, we're going to focus on how to read your financial statement in 10 minutes. Specifically, I'm talking about your balance sheet and your income statement. So the first one that I want to bring up is the balance sheet. So what is a balance sheet? It tells you your financial position at any specified time, whether you're doing it monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. Your balance sheet has assets, liabilities, and equity. The accounting equation that you will see is based on assets equal liabilities plus equity. So what in the world is an asset? An asset is anything that you own that's going to produce goods or services for your business. Example, it can be your computer. It can be trucks if you have a trucking company. It can be equipment. It can be furniture. I'm giving you just general terms of different ideas of what these things mean. We can go in much more in depth if we have a conversation, but I just want to break it down for you. Another thing to keep in mind are liabilities. These are items that you owe to someone, whether it's long-term or short-term, and that's the same thing that goes for assets. Liabilities is the phone bill, it's the internet service, it's the rent or mortgage that you're paying for your office space. And the equity in a company is going to be the net position of where you end. So you take your assets minus what you owe, and that gives you the equity in your company. Prayerfully, that's a positive number. So this is a general idea of what a balance sheet looks like. And this is a staple document that most banks want to see if you're going in to borrow any funds. They want to see what you look like. How much money do you have in the bank in terms of your cash? How many accounts receivable, what is your accounts receivable balance in that time period? How much do you owe to creditors? How much equity do you have? Those are big things that are very important. The next statement that I want to focus on is the income statement. That is the one most people are primarily focused on. It's also called a profit and loss statement. That's going to show you your income, whether it's revenue from sales or goods and services that you produce. It's less cost of goods sold, which is if you produce products or services, you deduct that from your revenue and you come out with your gross profit. That's your core business. Then you take away indirect costs, which would be salaries, supplies, things of that nature. Those are operating expenses you need to help you with your business. You have non-operating expenses as well that may come into play, which could be depreciation on assets that you have. And when you come down the bottom line, that's your net income. How much money did you make in a month, in a quarter, in half the year, in a whole year? Both of these statements together, a balance sheet and income statement, is a snapshot as to what your company is doing. The best thing about it is that you can analyze, you can dig down deeper and do financial analysis on the seasons of your income, when it's higher, when it's lower. Why is that expense higher this month and last month it was less? Why is my balance sheet showing a negative cash balance? Why is my equity turned the wrong way? In other words, it's showing a negative balance when it shouldn't be. Why am I spending so much in supplies? Is something misclassified? Those are the kind of things you look at, or you have someone, whoever's doing your bookkeeping, or someone as myself, to analyze your statements to see where you fall and actually how you can scale your business up. And of course, there's other analysis that can go with your financial statements that will help make these statements show as a clearer picture to where you stand. So I hope I gave you a good idea as to what the basis of an income statement and a balance sheet is. In my post, I'm going to give you a reference for a article that I think is a really good one from the Harvard Business School, that they define pretty much the same terms I gave, but in much more detail. So stay tuned, and I hope to talk to you soon. Take care and have a wonderful evening.